Okay, so we now proceed with our exempting circumstances, which is under Article 12 of the Revised Penal Code and also included in your Module 9 along with other modules sa inyong syllabus. So, to start with, what are exempting circumstances? Exempting circumstances are those circumstances which, if present or attendant in the commission of a felony, would exempt the offender from criminal liability. There is a crime committed, but the offender is not criminally liable. The offender is exempted from criminal liability because there is the absence of any of the elements of voluntariness in the commission of the crime. So, kagina, ginistoryahan naton ang justifying circumstances wherein gina-consider sang law nga wala crime nga natabo. Exempting circumstances are different because gina-recognize ang law nga may natabo nga crime. However, gina-consider nila nga wala sang kriminal. Why? Because under these circumstances, wala sang element of voluntariness. Di ba istoryahan ta before when we discussed ang elements or ang requisites sang dolo, we need to have voluntariness, criminal intent, and freedom of action and intelligence. Well, in this case, may we cannot say that there is voluntariness on the part of the person who committed the crime. Therefore, tungod hindi iya voluntarily ginubra ang iya nga action, even though may krimen nga natabo, there is no criminal. So, in case of exempting circumstances, there is a crime but there is no criminal. Therefore, there is no criminal liability, but there, however, is civil liability because there is a crime committed. So, kagina sa istoryahan ta sa justifying, there is no criminal and there is no civil with exceptions. However, in this case, there is no criminal liability but there is civil liability because nga gina-consider nga may natabo nga crime. So, even though hindi mapriso ang tao, pag exempting, he still needs to pay for his victim. Okay, what are the exempting circumstances enumerated under the revised penal code? First one is imbecility and insanity. Second is minority. Third is accident. Fourth is compulsion of irresistible force. Fifth is impulse of uncontrollable fear. And sixth is insuperable or lawful cause. Okay, first one. Imbecility or insanity. What is imbecility? An imbecile person is one who, although he is already advanced in age, has only the mindset of a 2 to 7 year old child. So even though he is an adult, he has the mind of a 2 year old to 7 year old child. Therefore, he lacks intelligence, an element of voluntariness in the commission of a crime. Hence, it is exempting. So, pag siya ang iya nga utok ara pa lang sa 2 to 7 year old, hindi siya criminally liable because he is an imbecile. So, in the set of facts, if a person killed somebody else but it is proven na siya isa ka imbecile, then therefore there is no criminal. But he is civilly liable, meaning mabayad siya gyapon sa napatay, either siya mismo or a person responsible sa iya will take it from his assets and pay the victim. Okay? So, along with imbecility is insanity. What is legal insanity? Insanity is the mental aberration of the mind. It is the incapacity of the offender to determine the right from wrong and to appreciate the consequences of his act, unless the offender acted during a lucid interval. Sino ang insane? Sa Ilonggo, buang. Okay? So if there's a mental aberration of the mind, if somebody killed somebody else and he is proven to be insane, then therefore he is exempted from any criminal liability. But nakabutang sa law, this is true unless the offender acted during a lucid interval. Ano ang lucid interval? Sometimes, when you are suffering from insanity, there are moments na nagabalik ka to your normal self. There are certain instances where may certain period of time nga doon nagbalik ka sa pagka normal mo nga maintindihan mo ang imo ginaobra. This happens sometimes when a person is insane. And if he performed the crime, in that time nga siya may naga-experience ng lucid interval or in that span of time nga naintindihan niya ginaobra before naman siya magbalik sa pagkabuang, then he is not exempted from criminal liability. However, in the case of an imbecile, the court or the law does not recognize any lucid interval. Sa imbecility naman niya, gina-consider nga ang imbecility is permanent kag wala sang ginatawag na lucid interval or period nga doon nagtarong ang imbecile. What are the juridical effects of insanity? Number one, if the insanity is present at the time of the commission of the crime, the accused is exempt from criminal liability if he was insane at the time of the commission of the crime. Number two, if the present during trial, proceedings will be suspended and accused is committed to a hospital. Kung during trial naman siya naging insane, it shall be suspended and the accused shall be committed at a hospital. Third, if the insanity appeared or arise after judgment or while serving sentence, the execution of judgment is suspended. If after na ni siya, if nagbuang na siya after niya sang paghatag sang sentence or after niya sang judgment, then that judgment is suspended and the accused shall be committed to a mental hospital. The period of confinement in the hospital is counted for the purpose of prescription of the penalty. Okay, now we move on to the second exempting circumstance found under the revised penal code. But this was actually already amended. Okay? So the exempting circumstance of minority under the revised penal code is already amended. Maghambal kita amended, ginbasura na siya, kay ginislan na siya. Ginislan na siya ni RA 9344 or the Juvenile Justice and Welfare Act of 2006. Ano nakabutang dira sa RA 9344? Okay. If the person who committed the crime, we do not call them, by the way, we do not call them accused. We do not call them defendants. We do not call them criminals. We call them what? We call them children in conflict with the law. A child who is alleged as, accused of, or adjudged as having committed an offense under Philippine law. This is according to Section 4 of RA 9344. Okay, so we call them as children in conflict with the law. If the child in conflict with the law is 15 years old or below, he is automatically criminally exempt. Okay, he is automatically exempt from criminal liability. 15 years old or below, 15, 14, 13, 12, etc., etc., etc. He is exempt from criminal liability. And anong obrahon sa iya? His treatment shall be that the child shall be subjected to an intervention program. Okay? How about if the child is above 15 but below 18? So what? 16 to 17. Okay? Who acted ng taon naton subong, by the way, if he is above 15 but below 18, you look at kung may ara discernment. Anong meaning sa discernment? In Ilonggo, in Ilonggo, may pag-intindi. Okay? If he understands what he is doing is wrong, and if he understands that the consequences of what he is doing will eventually, affect himself. Okay? So if he's above 15 but below 18 and he acted without discernment, meaning why siya ka-intindi o diya ginaobra, he is exempt from criminal liability and shall be subjected to an intervention program. However, if he is above 15 but below 18 and he acted with discernment or naintindihan niya ang iya ginaobra or consequences pag sa iya ginaobra, he is not criminally exempt. He shall, however, be subjected to the appropriate proceedings in accordance with RA 9344. And under Section 38 of RA 9344, the judge shall pronounce the civil liability arising from the commission of the crime, but there shall be no pronouncement to the guilt of the child. Instead, ang child, i-place na siya under suspended sentence without need of application. Okay? Meaning, hindi na kinanglan sa defense counsel or sa iya sa bata nga mag-apply pa siya sa suspended sentence. Kaya matabo na moto proprayo na siya or automatic na masuspend na ang sentence ng bata. So, how about if he is 15 years old or below, but hindi mo na napaglantawon, okay? If he's 15 and below, hindi mo na paglantawon if may discernment or wala because automatically he is exempt. Okay? So, there's no need to determine anymore. Discernment only matters kung nantawon mo kung ang edad niya is above 15 hasta below 18. Okay? Not 18 ha, 17 kay below 18. Okay? So he's above 15 but below 18 with or without discernment. If he is 15 or below, it does not matter. He is automatically exempt. That is the gist of RA 9344. Okay? Okay, so now we proceed with the third exempting circumstance under the revised penal code, which is accident. What are the requirements or the requisites? To say na ang natabo is an accident and would therefore wala liability ang nag-ubra sa felony. It is an accident if the following requisites are present. First, a person performing a person is performing a lawful act. Second, he is doing so with due care. Okay? Third, even if he is doing that lawful act with due care, he causes an injury to another by mere accident. And fourth, there is no fault or intention on his part to cause what he had done. Okay, so as I said, in case of exempting circumstances, as a rule, wala sa criminal liability, pero may civil liability because may crime yapon nga natabo. Pero exemption dira is is paragraph 4, which is an exempting circumstance of accident. Why? Because if may accident, there is both no criminal liability and also no civil liability. Wala man sa civil liability basta accident. Okay? Now, in case of accident, there is both no criminal liability and also no civil liability. Okay? Because the offender was performing a lawful act. Hence, it is more akin or meaning akin, more alike to a justifying circumstance. Because ang istoryahan ta kagina, di ba, si justifying circumstance, there is no criminal and there is no civil. However, if it is exempting, there is no criminal but there is civil. Except sa accident, because in accident, there is both no criminal and also no civil. So si accident, do pareho siya sa justifying circumstances. Okay, as an example, a police officer brought a suspect to the police station. He told the suspect to please sit first as he was going to call the investigator. But the suspect suddenly stood up and grabbed the pistol on the waist of the arresting officer, and the said suspect pointed the pistol at the police officer. But the police officer suddenly tried to grab the pistol in order to prevent the suspect from shooting. But then the gun suddenly fired. So in the course nga nag-aagaway sila si police officer kag ang iya nga gin-arrest, gagaway sila sang pusil na accidentally naglupok ang pusil. The suspect ang suspect ang naigo. The suspect sustained a fatal wound and was brought to the hospital but survived. The police officer is now prosecuted for frustrated homicide. Ang Balsam police officer, he invoked accident as an exempting circumstance because wala itinungod and it was a mere accident. Is the police officer correct? Yes. Okay? All the elements of accident as an exempting circumstance are present. First, was the police officer performing a lawful act? Yes, he was. He was trying to get back the pistol that was taken from his waist, which is lawful. Was he performing a lawful act with due care, which is the second element? There must be due care. The answer is yes. There is no way by which he would be able to get the pistol than to struggle for its possession. Okay? And in point na sa iya ang pistol. Third, he causes an injury by mere accident. It was purely accidental. Yung wala iya ginhungod na maglupok ang pusil kay ginatraya man ng taning abawio ng pusil nga iya. Therefore, he is exempt under the doctrine, he's therefore exempt because there is an exempting circumstance of accident.